Hello everyone. Today's lesson is equations for proportional relationships. You have it in pages 242 and 243. We will start explaining what mean proportion first and then how we can use this proportion to solve and to find variables. First, what mean proportion? I want you to listen to this story so we can explain what mean proportion. We have a sister and a brother, and both of them they are reading a story. The brother is reading one book each 2 days. What does mean one book each 2 days? Is it a rate? Yes, you know what mean rate. Rate means I'm comparing two numbers with a different unit. Here I'm comparing books 2 days, and we said that the rate actually it's a special kind of the ratio, so the rate actually it's a ratio also. Yes, how can I write this one? I can write it one book to 2 days in this form because this is one of the forms of the ratios. Yes, okay, let's back to our story. What about the girl, the sister? The sister, she said, I'm reading 5 books each 10 days. So is this one also ratio or rate? Yes, it is 5 to 10, 5 books to 10 days. But now they are fighting. Which one of them is reading with a faster rate? Or they are reading with the same rate? How can we help them to know? To help them to know, it means I want to compare my two ratios. The one book to 2 days and the other one which is 5 books to 10 days. How can I compare this? 1 to 2 compared to 5 to 10. Do you remember how can I know the two ratios are equivalent or no? Yes, I gave you a way which is the cross multiplication, and I told you that the cross products, if they are equal, it means the two ratios are equal. If the cross products are not equal, so the two ratios are not equal. How can we multiply? We said before, from down going to up. It means 10 multiplied by 1 will give me 10. Here 2 multiplied by 5 will give me 10. Wow, I have the same cross products. What does mean? Yes, it means that I have two equivalent ratios, or here two equivalent rates. It means that the sister and the brother, are they reading by the same rate? Yes, they are reading by the same rate. The boy is reading one book each 2 days. The girl is reading 5 books each 10 days, which is also after 2 days she finished one book. The same exactly. Once you have two equivalent ratio, this one I can call it proportion. So what is the meaning of proportion? Proportion is equivalent ratios. So again, what is the meaning of the word proportion? Proportion mean I have two equivalent ratios. How can I use the proportion to find a variable? Before this step, I want you to notice something. Here, while I'm writing the proportion, up I have the number of books, down I have the number of days. It means that if I'm putting the number of book up here in the first ratio, I have to put also the number of book on the second ratio. So if I will tell they are proportion, it means that the units are the same in the same places. The books up, the days, here it is down. Can I flip it? Can I put the number of days up, the number of books down, and I say they are proportion? No, you cannot. Okay, so to say they are proportion, the units must be in the same places. The same unit, for example, both books up, both days down, and so on, the same. Okay, and again, how can I know that they are equivalent ratios or they are proportion? By making a cross multiplication, compare the two cross products. If they are equal, it means they are proportion, they are equivalent ratios. Let's see now. If I have here two proportions, 1 to 2, it's equal to 23 to n. How can I find n in this case? How the proportion can help me to find the variable here? Again, the cross multiplication can help you. How? I know that if they are proportions, so 1 multiply n is equal to 2 multiply 23. Here it is. 1 multiply by n equals 2 multiply 23. What does mean? Let's simplify. So 1 multiply by n equals 2 multiply 23 will give me 46. Okay, now this one is equation, yes? Yes, to get n alone, to isolate n, it means here it's multiplied by 1. I will divide by 1 in both sides, or I will send 1 to the other side as division. So I will have what? I will have n equal 46 divided by 1 is 46. So n equal 46. So the proportion helped me to find the variable here by using what? By using the equation, or by using the properties of the ratios, the equivalent ratios or proportion. So here, as you see, we used the cross multiplication. So 1 multiply n equal 2 multiply 23. At any case, if I have any two ratios, teacher, the two cross multiplication will be equal? No, just if what? Just if they are proportions or equivalent. How can I know? Here it is the equal sign between them. Okay? If I did not tell you they are equal, so you cannot use this property. So I will cross multiply them and I will get n as we did here. N is 46. Let's see now how we can do this on our practice. So please you'll open the book and get a pencil and start to solve with me step by step. Don't just watch, okay? Let's see question number 1. I have here two proportions or two equivalent ratios, because we said proportions mean equivalent ratios. Okay, 3 to 45 is equal to e to 9. How can I use this to find the value of e? The cross multiplication. Yes. So 3 multiplied by 9 equals e multiplied by 45. Let's write it. 3 multiply 9 equals 45 times e, it means 45e. Yes? Let's simplify. 3 times 9 is 27 equals 45e. How to solve this equation? It's a multiplication equation. To solve it, I will use division. Yes, so I will divide by what? 45 to the other side, it will be divided. So here alone equal 27 divided by 45. How can I make 27 divided by 45? Let's do it. I will erase just this. Yes, 27 divided by 45. Let's start. 2 divided by 45 not enough. Even when I take the 7, it's still 0, not enough. So put decimal, add 0. Now it's 270 divided by 45. How can we do this one? Yes, cover the 0, cover the 5. 27 divided by 4 can give me what? Yes, can give me 6. Then 6 times 5 will give 30. 4 times 6 is 24 plus 3, 27. So 0. So the answer is 0.6. So E equals 0.6. Here it is. So the proportion with the equation can help me to solve this one. But I want to make a conclusion here. So at any time you have two ratios like 3 to 45 equal e to 9, how to get e? Multiply the two diagonal numbers here, then divide by the third. So directly 3 times 9, 27, divide by the third number. If you want to write it as equation and solve it's okay. If you want to make it directly, also you can. Let's make another one. Here question number 3. We will start to make it now also together. Jordan ran 8 miles on the treadmill in 92 minutes. If he runs at a constant pace, how long does it take him to run 6 miles on the treadmill? First of all, here I have a very important sentence, which is what? If he ran at a constant pace. This one tell you that you have two ratios are equal because he's doing something with the same rate, something repeated by the same rate. It means I can write them as equivalent ratios, as proportions. Okay, so where are the two proportions here? He can run 8 miles in 92 minutes, so 8 to 92 equal to what? Because it's a constant rate here, they told you. Equal to the number of miles it's given for you, 6 miles. So I have to put it up like the 8 miles. Yes, here I put 8 miles, so here I can put the 6 miles. 92 minutes, here on the new rate, I don't know. It's missed and I want to find how many minutes. How to solve this one? Again, by using the cross products. So here, these two diagonal numbers, it's known for me. Yes, so I should multiply them. 6 multiply 92, then I will divide by the third number, I will get the answer. So 6 times 92, then divide by 8. Let's make it together. 92 multiply by 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 6 times 9 will give me 54 and 1 55. Then what? Then take the answer and divide it by 8. How to divide? 5 divide by 8, small divide big is 0. Now 55, let's divide it by 8. Yes, will give me what? Will give me 6. 6 times 8 is 48. Subtract. You will get 7. Put down the 2. Now 72 divide by 8 will give me 9. 9 multiplied by 8 is 72. Subtract 0. So the answer is 69 minutes. Let's go back to the question. Here I want how long does it take him to run 6 miles on the treadmill? It's 69. Okay, so the missed one is 69 minutes. Let's make now another question. Use the unit rate and an equation to solve. Also the same. The whole lesson today we're doing the same. Just I'm writing the two equivalent ratios. One of the numbers are missed and I want to get it by cross multiplication. Okay, if they told you by using the unit rate, by using the equation, by using this formula, we're not using the same ways they are using in the book, so you can follow the way I'm explaining for you. Let's see here question number 5. 5 dozen eggs cost $18. How much do 3 dozen eggs cost at the same unit price? Okay, first of all, I'm comparing what? 5 dozen egg cost 18. Okay, then I'm comparing it with 3 dozen egg cost what? So again, here's my question. If 5 dozen cost $18, so the 3 dozen cost what, huh? Did you find with me where is the proportion? Can you write for me the proportions? Yes. What tell me that they are equal? Here they are at the same unit price, mean the price of each unit in both of them is the same. It means they are proportion also. It means they are equivalent ratio. Let's write together the equivalent ratio. 5 to 18. One of you can ask me, teacher, why 5 is up, 18 is down? Can I flip it? Yes. But if I put the dozen up, so while I'm writing the other ratio, the dozen also has to be up. If I putting the dozen down, so on the other ratio, you have to put the dozen down, and so on. Then what? How much do 3 dozen egg cost? So this is the missing one, the cost. The cost here is 18, but the cost here is missed. And the two are in the same unit price, so they are equal. I will do my cross multiplication directly. 3 multiply 18 divided by 5. Let's make it. Then here I will divide by 5. Okay. 3 times 8 give me 24. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2, 5. Then the 54 here. Then I will make the division. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Multiply 5, subtract 0. Put down the 4. 4 divided by 5 is 0. Then what? I will leave 4 as the remainder. No, I will put a decimal, add 0 here. Put the 0 down to complete my division. 40 divided by 5 will give me 8. So now 8 times 5 is 40. So the final answer is 10.8. So here 10.8. This is the cost with dollars, so I have to put my unit, which is $10.8. Now the problem solving. Let's do question number 12 together. Benji plays a digital game that reviews proportions. The game screen displays the ratio of red to blue dots, then shows some number of red dots. Benji must decide how many blue dots make an equivalent ratio, what number should be input. Okay. Now we have a ratio already given. Can you see it? Yes, 3/2. 3 red to 2 blue. Yes, and they told you that the game review what proportion, putting proportions. It means they put for you a ratio and they want you to put a proportion for it. Put one equivalent to it. Okay. The red on the other ratio is given for you. How many red? Can you count with me? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So up I will put the red at the other ratio, 12. Then the blue is missing and I want to know how many blue. Did you see how I wrote my proportions? I put the first ratio, then on the second ratio the red is given for me but the blue is missing, so I put the number of red and I left the number of the blue, and I want to find now how many blue. Again, how to make it? Use cross multiplication. Here these two diagonal numbers given for you, so you should multiply them, divide by the third number. So I will multiply 2 multiply 12 will give you 24. Then 24 you will divide it by the third number, which is 3, will give you 8. So the blue must be 8 blue balls or 8 blue circles. This is the input. Okay, I hope that you understood the lesson. Complete your practice. The given answer, the answers will be given for you. Okay, thank you so much for listening.